What's up, YouTube? This is JP Panther back with another video, and today's video is about One Piece, and I want to talk about some of the stuff in the newest chapters, chapter 956. And this is more of a video discussion, and this video discussion is about One Piece, the 7 Warlords as a whole. So if you guys have not read the One Piece 956 chapter, I suggest you guys log out because we're about to talk about a lot of this stuff with the 7 Warlords. So I am letting you guys know, if you have not read the 956 One Piece chapter, then log off this video and then come back and watch this video. So here we go. I really want to talk about the 7 Warlords from One Piece as a whole because it's been 900 something chapters. I feel like, in my personal opinion, guys, I feel like the 7 Warlords, besides like Mihawk, Doflamingo, well, you could say Blackbeard, sorta, a lot of them were disappointing. Like, if you really think about it, a lot of them really did not live up to that status. You know, you're part of the government, I guess, a part of the government dog. You guys are pretty much the government dogs, and you guys are supposed to be considered the most powerful pirates in the land, and you guys are supposed to keep everything balanced, but a lot of you guys were pretty much disappointed, to be honest. Like, even if you look at, if we're going to go back and really break it down, Crocodile, he gets knocked out like the first, the first season, like the first 100 episode, boom, gets knocked out. Luffy and the pirate crew bounties go up. Then you got Gekomora, he gets killed off, well, he gets injured, and then Doflamingo brings it back because of the war, and then Dofi kills him off, so it's kind of like whatever. Kuma, he was a pirate, but technically he was pretty much a robot this whole entire time because he pretty much gave his body up. So he pretty much was a machine. He wasn't even a pirate anymore. Doflamingo, I thought he lived up to the hype, you know, the way he corrupted Alabasta. No, not Alabasta. I forgot the other city. Not Punk Hazard, but the other one after that, when he just corrupted the city and the country and things like that, and he locked them up in this bird cage. I thought he lived up to the hype. You know, I mean, he was pretty demonic and dangerous. Every pirate crew, pretty much all the One Piece, Luffy's pirate crew has to pretty much, you know, take him out and his pirate crew out and pretty much save the country. And he was under Kaido's protection this whole entire time with the smile and everything like that. So he lived up to the hype. Hawkeye, of course, he lived up to hype because he's the #1 swordsman of One Piece. You know, he's the #1 pirate swordsman in the world. And he trained Zoro, so it makes a lot more sense. But he lived up to the hype. Mihawk. Bona Hancock, not really. It's kind of like, you know, she was mostly in love with Luffy. And, you know, she was pretty strong, but she's not like the strongest. And trying to think who else. Jinbei, he was a warlord, but he was only there for a very short time. Buggy, you know, you already know who Buggy is. You know, he's kind of just jumped into the warlords because he just wanted protection. And I'm just trying to make sure I know what I'm talking about. It's hard for me to remember every single warlord. Law, you know, he was a warlord, but he only used them for a certain amount of time just so he could get close to Luffy. Blackbeard, of course, he was going to be a traitor. He wanted to have the power and the positions of power and complete his goal by killing Whitebeard and having the dark devil fruit and Whitebeard's fruit and become even super powerful and go devil fruit hunting. So that was pretty much why he used the whole warlord status to gain more power and to become an emperor. That was pretty much his whole entire goal. So he really was a warlord, but I guess he lived up to the hype. But again, he was never really a warlord. He just used them for his own personal gain. And with the latest chapter right now, if you don't know what the latest chapter is, that the Marines, they pretty much abolished the 7 warlord system, the Shichibukai system. And honestly, I can understand where they come from, because it's like, okay, how do you trust a lot of these pirates where these guys are criminals? You know, you don't know, how do you trust them? How do you know that they will follow the rules? I mean, you probably have Hawkeye and, you know, Bona Hancock, but it's like, how can you really trust them like that? And that's why the Marines and everybody, they're kind of struggling with this whole 7 warlord system, because you already had a Crocodile, he was corrupt. Then you had Doflamingo, he was corrupt. And then you had Blackbeard, who was corrupt. So you have 3 quote-unquote warlords that were corrupt, and they had to abolish it. And now, and then, of course you have Whitebeard's son, whatever, Edward Norton, whatever. You have him as well. But at their point, they're just like, all right, two countries already suffered and created a lot of damage and chaos and death. So at this point, even Fujitora, he wanted to get rid of the Shichibukai, the Seven Warlord system, because it causes all this problem and it's all this corruption, and you don't know what can happen. They're very, very dangerous. You're giving government sanctioned power to a bunch of criminals, and you don't know if you could trust them or not. So they abolished the system, and it's crazy how, in my personal opinion, I just feel like the Seven Warlords just did not live up to the hype. It's been 900 chapters, and a lot of them haven't. All the 7 members, if you're talking about like individuals, a lot of them, of course, they're strong and powerful. But if you're talking about as a whole, they really didn't keep the New World balance and things like that. They're supposed to be most powerful, most dangerous pirates, and they really haven't really done crap, to be honest with you. And some of them have done their, have helped. A lot of them haven't. And it's just at this point they're just like, okay, we're gonna abolish the 7 Warlord system, and the pirates are just gonna kill the remaining 7 Warlords. So they're going after Whitebeard's son, Buggy, Hawkeye, Boda Hancock. So everybody else that they pretty much got rid of, the Marines are already there, and their island is just trying to kill them. But in my personal opinion, I feel like it's kind of stupid where it's like you're gonna abolish them and then you're gonna try and kill them and lock them up, where you still have to deal with Kaido and Big Mom and Shanks. Shanks right now is chilling. We don't know what he's doing. But you have to deal with all these other pirates, and you got to deal with the Straw Hats and things like that. Why would your first order be like, we got to beat them up and capture them, when you have to deal with this whole other pirate alliance with Kaido and Big Mom? You should be focusing more on that than go after these 4 quote-unquote former warlords, because it's like you guys have way more bigger problems to deal with than these 4 pirates, and they're not causing as much trouble as the emperors and things like that. So I really want to see what happens with the 7 Warlords. I just feel like they just haven't lived up to the hype. And now that the Marines are going into to capture, pretty much beat up and kill and capture these warlords and put them in Impel Down, I really want to see the fights. Like, I want to see the fights. I don't want to skip it and go back to Vegapunk, whatever. I want to see Hawkeye kill and destroy the Marine ships. I want to see Boda Hancock destroy the world ships. I want to see Buggy. I want to see Whitebeard's son. I really want to see the fights for the next 4 to 5 weeks. Because the other chapters, to be honest with you, it's been kind of slow. It's cool that we got the other chapter where Big Mom and Kaido unite and they're about to just rule the world. And after that, even if they rule the world, they're going to go back killing each other. So, again, I want to see the fights. And I kind of want to see the Warlord shine. Because it's like, for 900 chapters, you guys really ain't crap, to be honest with you. You guys have been pretty disappointing. And this was just a fun discussion I really want to talk to you guys about. I feel like the 7 Warlords did not really live up to the high expectations. And also, I just felt like they were dragging out the story. Because to me, my personal opinion, I feel like the 4 Emperors are way more interesting than the 7 Warlords. And the 7 Warlords are supposed to be the 7 strongest, most powerful pirates under the government protection. And they're supposed to keep the world at balance. So, you don't have another Big Mom or Kaido teaming up and destroying the world and things like that. And it seems like if you read the latest chapter that the people are happy that the Warlords are done. I think they're happy where they're tired of these pirates causing chaos, destruction, and, causing all these problems. So they're just like, get rid of them too. And I just feel like the Warlords have not lived up to the expectations. And I feel like I want to see, if I do see the Warlords, I want to see them fight and actually go do stuff, because a lot of the Warlords were just whatever, in my personal opinion. And I do want to see more of the Emperors. I just feel like the Emperors are way more interesting. Blackbeard, Shanks, Kaido, Big Mom, even Monkey D. Dragon, Luffy's dad. I would want to see the Revolutionary Army a lot more as well than the 7 Warlords. So let me know what you guys think. This was just a fun video discussion. Do you think the 7 Warlords lived up to the hype? Were they really disappointing? Let me know in the comments section. Rate, like, video, subscribe. Rate, like the video, subscribe, And tell me what you guys think in the comments section. Like, reply to me and tell me what you guys think. You can even, message me and things like that if you guys think my opinion of the Warlords were good or bad, or they're just like whatever. Let me know what you guys think. Have a good night, and peace.